While Mondays may be inevitable, it turns out that the Monday blues don't have to be. In this episode, I'm going to help you make over your Mondays so that the stress of starting the week isn't quite so stressful. Hi, I'm Stephanie Phillips Markstein, and I help health conscious people optimize their physical and emotional well-being so that they can show up in the world as the best and most confident version of themselves. The truth is that most people feel that Mondays are a drag. There's a surprise, right? It's not just the transition from playtime to the work week. It's also that many of us stay up later on weekend nights and sleep in during the day, which messes up our circadian rhythms and makes us, grumpy and irritable when the alarm goes off on Monday morning. The stress of starting a new week may even affect our health. A 2004 study that found that blood pressure tends to be highest on Monday mornings, while another study concluded that Monday is the most common day of the week for heart attacks. Again, probably not very surprising, but studied now, like it's actually research. The good news is that we can reverse this trend and we can set ourselves up to have a positive and healthy start to the week. I'm going to give you 8 ways to make this a reality. Step number 1, make your Monday to-do list on Friday. So while you might want to celebrate at the end of the week, don't make it official until you've written your to-do list for Monday. Everything that you need to accomplish next week will be at the forefront of your mind. So it makes sense to capture it on Friday. But there's also another reason. If you start the week without this list, you'll have to brainstorm on Monday morning about the lingering projects from last week, which actually could be tough when you're tired. So, you're already going to be starting off a step behind. So with this list waiting for you on Monday that you wrote on Friday, you may be more productive and have an easier time focusing. Number 2, follow the 1-hour rule. No more trying to catch up on lost sleep on Sunday mornings. We used to think that weekend recovery sleep was sufficient to pay back, sleep debt. But more recent research suggests that weekend recovery sleep may not reverse the effects of chronic sleep deprivation, and that an irregular sleep schedule can actually make it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. So, and staying up late isn't a great weekend habit either, because it can lead to feeling even more tired on Monday. So sticking with a consistent sleep schedule, and I know nobody wants to hear this because it's not fun, but sticking with a consistent sleep schedule all week long is the best. And at the very least, try not to go to bed or wake up more than an hour past your normal time. So that's your 1-hour rule. And if you need a nap, a brief snooze at 30 minutes or under in the early afternoon should help you avoid grogginess and disrupted nighttime sleep. Number 3, rethink breakfast. Eating a satisfying and balanced breakfast will allow you to hear those appropriate hunger and fullness signals throughout the day. But here's the thing, you don't have to eat immediately upon getting up. And I know that's a lot of people's biggest complaints about breakfast. This is the biggest misconception that people have. If you get up at 6 a.m., you may not feel hungry then, which is fine. Wait until you do feel hungry and then eat breakfast. Now, if you're eating it at noon, then you can call it lunch, but then it's an intermittent fasting day. But you'll get the energy that you need and you'll enable your body to eat more healthfully the rest of the day because you won't be starving. Now, if it's an intermittent fasting day, that's a whole different story. But when you eat, you want to aim to get about 15 to 25% of your total calories from breakfast. Here are some ideas. Oatmeal with blueberries and walnuts. Whole wheat toast with avocado and fruit and yogurt on the side. And here's another thing. Caffeine is more effective if you wait to sip your first cup until you've been up for an hour or two when stress hormone levels naturally decrease. Now that's hard for most of us, and even if you're not into coffee or caffeine in general, just smelling coffee can actually give you a boost. Number 4, wear a feel-good outfit. And this is more for women, but my men too. You feel better in clothes that you like, and science backs that up. So you can actually use clothing to improve negative emotions. And so to improve your mood, you want to choose, bright colors, your favorite fabrics or prints, or even like a sustainable brand that you feel good about. Better yet, again, pick out your outfit the night before so that you avoid a wardrobe crisis on Monday morning. Number 5, seek natural light. Feeling perkier in the morning might be as simple as just getting a dose of natural light. Try opening the shades or eating breakfast outside, watering your vegetable garden, or taking a walk. Light has an acute, alerting effect on the body. Plus, being out in nature, as we've talked about over and over again, even for 5 minutes, can give you a happiness high, according to a 2018 study in the Journal of Positive Psychology. Although we don't need a journal to tell us that, right? If you can't get out in the morning, at least change the light in your indoor space to brighten things up, such as moving your computer closer to a window, or even painting your walls a more vivid color or a lighter color. Number 6, create a morning ritual. Our brains love routine, and the less work your brain has to do, the happier it will be. According to the founder and executive director of a behavioral health center in Chicago, routines are also a great way to conserve energy from more complicated parts of the day and may give you some alone time as well. You will also have more control over your attitude for the day. So tap into that pep in your step feeling by adopting a morning ritual, an activity or a healthy habit, hopefully healthy, that puts you in a good mood and that you look forward to. For instance, you might brew a really good cup of tea or coffee, and sit quietly to drink it. Go to your favorite exercise class if that's your jam. Bike to work or meditate, which is what I do every morning. And with something pleasant built into your morning schedule, you will likely feel a little less dread when the alarm clock rings on Monday morning. And I know for me, it's absolutely the case that morning meditation makes all the difference. Number 7, plan for fun. An easy way to turn Mondays around is to make them the day that you commit to fun plans later in the week. So schedule a night out with friends or a binge watch of your favorite show. It doesn't really matter what the activity is. It's just that thinking about good times ahead will be an instant pick-me-up. Don't forget that half of the enjoyment of any activity is the anticipation, which is why it's important to have things on your calendar that you can look forward to. And number 8, do a random act of kindness. And it doesn't have to be on Wealth Wednesday, which is what today happens to be. But research confirms that when you put positive energy into the world, you will get it back. Performing acts of kindness for 7 days boosted happiness and well-being, which was a study in the Journal of Social Psychology found in 2018. But you don't even have to do it for 7 days. Just even doing it one kind thing, every once in a while can make you feel great. And again, I like to do it on, every week, because then it's kind of built into your schedule. Again, it becomes a habit. But the truth is that acts of altruism and pro-social behavior are linked to reward processing areas of your brain. And so as you start your day, look for ways to perform a random act of kindness, whether it's for a coworker, your neighbor, or a stranger. You can bring coffee to a colleague. You can wheel your neighbor's recycling bin back in from the curb. Text a friend that you haven't talked to in a long time to let them know you miss them, or even make a small donation to your favorite cause. All of these things, any of these things, will make you feel great and should set you up for a happier week. So if you like this kind of topic, I would ask that you like and share and maybe even subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also, I would love to see you all on my Facebook page for Saturdays with Stephanie at 10 a.m. Eastern. I hope you can join me there.